annual Woodies Heroes campaign is literally set to be out of this world because the 1,400 colleagues of the DIY Home and Garden Store are going to walk to the moon in a bid to raise vital funds for charity. Now, obviously, they can't defy gravity, so they're going to walk the distance between them from here to the moon, 386,400 kilometres between them.
My God!
In a week.
That's incredible.
That's incredible.
4 weeks, I think, is it?
Oh, yes, it is. It'll be completed in September. Yeah. So we wish them the best of luck. And it's all to celebrate the Woodies Heroes campaign and to raise money for charity. And it is for Down Syndrome Ireland that they're doing it for. And this year's young ambassador of the Woodies Heroes campaign is a beautiful little boy. He's 17 months old. He's from Newbridge, County Kildare, and his name is Conn Brennan. And his proud mammy, Marie Brennan, is on the line. How are you, Marie?
Hi, how are you?
How are things?
Great, yes. Very proud mommy.
I'd say you are, and it's very quiet here because you don't just have Conn now. Conn is a twin, so there's Rory as well, and you have Rosha who's 3 and Darren who's 5. How is it so quiet where you are?
Because I'm in the car and they're all in the house.
Clever mammy.
Oh, I'm a father of 4. I've done that so many times.
As long as you don't see smoke or something coming out of the house now in a minute. Hey,
there's somebody with them, don't worry.
Okay. Tell us about little Conn. He's 17 months old, as I mentioned. He has Down syndrome. How has the last 17 months been? And tell us a little bit about him.
Yeah, Conn is absolutely amazing. The 4 kids are just, they're brilliant, and they've had, everybody's had a tough time with lockdown, and I have to say, the kids have they've gotten us through it with their attitude. Conn is fantastic. He is the life and soul of the party, and he's just a joy. He's a joy to have around, and he's a joy to be his mother.
And now Conn is a twin. My 2 youngest are twins as well. How do Rory and Conn get on?
Sure, typical brothers, they love each other and they kill each other as well at the same time. Rory's been biting Conn's finger for a few months. So the 2 of them, they'd be in a high chair side by side, and whatever distance I put between them, for some reason Rory gets over to Conn, and so Rory's been biting Conn's finger, but yesterday Conn got him back.
Oh, right.
I was secretly cheering on while Rory was tears rolling down his face. But yeah, no, and then Rory's running around and Conn's crawling, so Rory would go and get toys for Conn and bring them to Conn.
Right, gotcha. So
they have the typical brother relationship.
Yeah, and are the developmental stages different then between the twins because of Conn having Down syndrome?
Yeah, no, there would be. Now, Conn, to be fair, he works so hard. There is a misconception that children and people with Down syndrome are a bit more relaxed or laid back, which isn't true at all, because they have to work twice as hard to achieve anything that a standard child would have to do. So, even, for example, when they were born, we were doing tummy time from the start, and Conn would be fighting tooth and nail to get off his back, whereas Rory would just get into a nice comfortable position and go to sleep. But Rory obviously crawled before Conn, and now he's up and running around, whereas Conn that day, he's not even crawling, he's creeping, so he's doing a commando crawl.
Yeah.
He's getting where he wants to go. So we're working on standing with him. Obviously we do a lot of physio for him, children with Down syndrome and people with Down syndrome, they have lower muscle tone, so you have to work on that. So there's a lot of physio involved to get them moving.
Did you know much about children with Down syndrome before little Conn was born?
No, not really. We know a few people with Down syndrome through my sister has special needs and she has a couple of friends, but I didn't know all the medical issues, to be honest. I knew there'd be intellectual delays and all that. But
what kind of medical issues are there?
Yeah, well, heart is a major thing. So, thankfully, Conn, he had 3 small holes in his heart, but they closed themselves, whereas a lot of babies would have to have heart operations in the first year. So that would be incredibly hard.
Yeah.
So we were so blessed not to have that issue. Then there's respiratory issues. There's there are increased chances of developing other things like leukemia, thyroid issues, celiac disease, there's so many different things that are more, there's more chance of them getting or being an issue. So like for Conn, his big issue is feeding. So he aspirates, which means some fluid and some food goes into his lungs. So that was only diagnosed in January before lockdown, thankfully, because it could have been a big issue, because obviously if stuff is going into the lungs, it can cause permanent damage. Like it would come as like chest infections and pneumonia, but it would cause scarring of the lungs.
And how can you combat that then?
Well, at the minute it's through diet and management.
Okay.
Of it, so he's on purees and he's on breast milk only, so he can't have other fluids.
We did hear that he loves meal times.
He loves them. Oh my God, yeah. It's his favourite time. He's sit in the chair for an hour easily while we're all eating, and he just loves. Like his mouth is open the second he sees his spoon coming.
Well, one of the great things we heard was that money raised through the Woodies Heroes fundraising campaign will actually help Down Syndrome Ireland develop a new feeding programme, which costs about 35 grand. So that will hopefully help little babies like Conn get into a more of a comfortable eating routine.
Exactly. Well, that's it, because I think 80 to 90% of babies with Down syndrome have eating problems. So it's so important, and it's gaps that needs to be filled urgently, really, because even just little strategies that we were told along the way through Down Syndrome Ireland, feeding each side of the mouth and pasting it well and giving empty spoons to clear the mouth. There's just little techniques. So Down Syndrome Ireland are planning to create a feeding programme from the Woodies Heroes campaign money that's raised, and then roll it out for babies and toddlers with Down syndrome, and just to teach the parents of the signs to be aware of, to spot the feeding issues early and to catch it and to manage them.
Brilliant.
What do you wish you could tell people about having Down syndrome? Because there's not a huge amount of education around it. And I suppose, like you said, before Conn arrived on the scene, you didn't have much experience, really. Most people might have, come across people who had Down syndrome, but a lot of people hadn't. So there's kind of a lot of ignorance around it. What do you wish people knew about children with Down syndrome?
Well, I mean, the fact that they have to work harder than everybody else, so to know and respect that, and just to be kind. Like, that's the whole message of 2020 anyway. Be kind to everybody. So people and children with Down syndrome, they deserve your respect, and they deserve kindness.
Absolutely.
Like everybody does. It's the promotion of inclusive society, really.
My neighbour up the road, Jennifer, has Down syndrome. She's in her 30s, and nobody gives me more slagging or a harder time than Jennifer does. So I definitely respect her for all that. She's brilliant. It's great to talk to you, Marie, and say hi to Conn for us.
Yeah, brilliant. Just for them to donate, you can donate in store at Woodies, and you can donate online at woodies.ie. And it's not just Down syndrome who Ireland are going to benefit. It's Cystic Fibrosis Ireland, Autism Assistance, Dogs, and Childline.
Yeah, the ISPCC Childline as well. That's brilliant. Marie, fair play to you. Thanks for talking to us, Marie. You can get out of the car now.
Thank you, bye.
See you, Marie. That's Marie Brennan there, who's from Newbridge in County Kildare. Proud mom to 4 kids, busy house that. Darren, Rocha, Conn and Rory taking up all her time. And well done to all the staff of Woodies as well for doing that. Incredible distance between them all from here to the moon, 386,400 kilometres.
Amazing.
Imagine that in steps.
Support them, lads. Woodies.ie if you want to donate.